Hey guys, my name's Colin and this is my review of the Nike Terra Kiger 9 after 100 kilometers. So I've ran in quite a few of Nike trail runners over the years, and I was to the point where I was telling myself I had given up on the Nike trail runners because the traction has been just so bad and so many other sneakers. And I know they are making a change with the Zagama 2 and the Ultraflies, throwing some Vibram rubber on there. But I had heard through some other reviews that the Terra Kiger 9's traction had actually improved over its previous iterations. The Terra Kiger model is always one that I wanted to love, going all the way back to the Terra Kiger 5. That design and aesthetic was always such a cool looking shoe, and I loved the minimal feel, but the traction was always just borderline dangerously bad on the 5 and 6 especially, and the 7 seemed to be a little bit better but still not great. But I'm happy to say in the Terra Kiger 9 that I have noticed that the traction is definitely improved. I'm not saying it's like a Vibram level type of rubber here, but there wasn't any time on the trail when I noticed that this traction was really bad like I had noticed in every other prior iteration. So if you were like me and hesitant to pick up the Terra Kiger 9 because of the terrible Nike traction, then I don't think it's something you have to worry about, at least in this version. But that being said, let's get right into the review and start things off with the fit. True to size. I'm a size 10.5 in all my sneakers. This is a size 10.5 and it fits great. It has a really comfortable and wider than normal Nike toe box. It has a fairly stout heel counter here that is really comfortable. I did use the extra lace loop to lock my foot in a little bit better for a better fit, but I don't think that's completely necessary if you don't like that extra little tension up around the top of your foot. Overall, really comfortable fit. Next up is the upper. So the upper is mostly made up of some breathable mesh with a Zagama-like lace looping system. And I think even in the last two Terra Kiger models, they used a similar lace loop system. The tongue is thin, but it has little spots where they added extra padding, which definitely helped with the comfort. Little pull tab here, some nice toe bumper protection with a little rubber and some extra overlay. Some nice cushioning in and around the heel and Achilles area too. Just an overall comfortable and cushiony type of upper that feels really great on foot. So next up is the cushion. So the cushion in the Terra Kiger 9 is a full length React with a thin rock plate in the forefoot. So they got rid of that Zoom Air unit in the forefoot that I actually really kind of enjoyed in the previous model. But I think overall I like this full length React midsole with a forefoot rock plate even more. It's just super comfortable. It's a shoe that kind of disappears on the foot after you break it in. And I think that is one of the best features of any trail shoe you can get, is if you just don't even notice it on your foot. I would say the rock plate here is probably very thin. It's not like super noticeable when you're running in the forefoot. It's just mostly cushioned React foam that you feel in the forefoot, but you can bomb over some technical harsh terrain and you still feel protected, even though you can feel a little bit of that stuff underfoot. So they say this is a 4.5 millimeter drop. So it's a 30 millimeter stack in the heel and a 25.5 millimeter stack in the forefoot. And there was never a time where I felt like this was too minimal to go a certain distance on a long run. In my experience with React foam is that it usually lasts really long, and kind of the more you run in, the more comfortable it gets. It takes a while to bottom out any type of React that I've ran in before. So next up is the traction. Like I said in the opening of the video, the traction is definitely improved. It's something that I didn't really notice that much on most runs, so that's definitely a good thing, because a lot of the old Nike runners that I've ran in, I was just slipping everywhere and it was just super noticeable that it was bad. But luckily this one seems to be pretty good so far overall. So lug depth is around 4 millimeters. I think it kind of looks a little deeper than that, but it seemed to be doing a great job in most conditions. You do have some exposed React foam here in the midfoot and a little bit in the heel. So next up is the weight. So these weigh in just over 10 ounces for a men's size 9. And the final verdict of the Nike Terra Kiger 9 is it's just a fantastic trail runner. And I don't usually say that about a lot of sneakers, but for whatever reason, this really works well for my foot. With the improved traction, the React foam, nice, comfortable, traditional style upper. It didn't really try to do anything crazy with this. I just think it's a very solid option if you're looking for a bit of a minimal trail runner that you can still take on long distances. And yeah, overall, I just absolutely love the Terra Kiger 9. I'm assuming if they do bring out a Terra Kiger 10, that it'll just be an upper change with the same midsole. That seems to be what they've been doing with the last 4 iterations. All right, guys, that's my quick review of the Nike Terra Kiger 9 after 100Ks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.